PC gaming enthusiasts have been feeling the effects of the cryptocurrency boom, the latest boom, mind you, for some time now, with graphics card availability low and card prices for most mid-range and high-end cards way over original MSRPs. In addition to being a general annoyance who wants to work this hard to buy a single component, it's putting a gigantic damper on the approach to building or upgrading a gaming PC. But if you're determined and ready to put in some work, we have a few strategies you can deploy to track down a powerful graphics card, if you really need one, without spending an outrageous sum. You have essentially a handful of options. You might snag a parts bundle deal and sell off the components you don't need, keeping only the graphics card. You can buy a complete, pre-built system from a custom shop, or an OEM such as Dell or HP, and skip the process altogether. Alternatively, you can buy a pre-built system and break it up, keeping just the card. In both of those buy a PC scenarios, you're essentially getting a graphics card for closer to MSRP than if you bought one by itself. In the former case, that's because the system vendors buy components in bulk, several months in advance, which helps to keep prices low. In the latter, it's because you might recoup some of the graphics card cost by selling the other parts of the system. Another option is a bit of a cheat, in that there is no card. You can opt for a late model AMD CPU GPU that will get you part of the way there, making many games at least playable until prices normalize. If that won't do, you can become a video card hunter and marksman. You can make use of search and tracking tools, so you can pounce on a card the moment it arrives in stock. The last option is the least exciting one. You can just wait it out. Here's how our strategies break down. 1. Snag a bundle deal. Some retailers are offering ways to cushion the inflated price of graphics cards, with outlets such as Newegg.com sporadically bundling in stock GPUs with other components such as motherboards, memory, and/or displays. If you're building an entirely new PC, or are in need of a new display, depending on the part package, these bundles can be the best way today to get the card you want. They're intended to get GPUs in the hands of true upgraders and gamers, not just miners. The idea is that miners won't want to shell out for the extra gear. Note that the net cost of the graphics cards in the bundles we've spotted recently are lower than if you bought the card alone. And you can further defray the effective cost of the card by selling off the extra components at market value. Fortunately, that's not much of a problem for most long-time enthusiasts. Parts trading, selling, and upgrading is kind of our thing. But it does require a few extra, time-consuming steps. If you're not comfortable with eBay or Craigslist, this may not be the way to roll. Still, if you can catch a reasonable bundle deal that shaves off a chunk of the inflated GPU price, and will make you some serious money back by selling the unneeded parts, it's worth the extra effort. When you're sniffing out the value of combo deals from online retailers, make sure you do your research, see what the full retail price of the bundled components is, roughly how much you'll recoup if you sell off the extras, and then check to see if that brings the GPU into your desired, or at least an acceptable price range. If not selling the extra parts locally, be sure to add shipping costs to the overall value proposition. 2. Buy a pre-built PC. We recently explained how, during this GPU price crisis, the custom shop PC has become a better value compared to similar configurations. That is still holding true in many cases. This is an excellent option for full system buyers who are into the flair and extended support you get from boutique shops, but it's not going to be the most economical way to get an upgrade if you're looking for just a graphics card. That's because even if you sell off the rest of the system bits, you've paid a markup for the boutique build that you won't be getting back. If you plan to buy and then part out a pre-built system, you're probably better off doing so with one from a mainstream, big box vendor, because you aren't paying a custom shop premium. Just as with the bundles, though, you'll have to do some extra hustling to sell off that gear. The potential source of the savings, a retail SKU selling at Best Buy or Walmart, may not have adjusted to today's video card realities as quickly as a card would on the open parts market. Try just walking into a few stores and looking at what's on the shelf. You may walk out with a sweet deal. Our colleagues at Tom's Guide also took a position on this. Of course, you can simply buy one of these more mainstream systems and leave it intact, as one of our forum members who read our custom shop article was keen to mention.